Okay, so, uh, yeah, here we are.
Here we are. Welcome to the first podcast. We're doing this off the cuffs, pretty much.
Cuffs are off.
Yeah, fisticuffs.
Let's go.
Yeah, this is a fighting podcast.
Yeah.
No.
We describe the pain that we are causing.
Anyways, my name is Anthony.
My name is Matthew.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
I guess today we're just gonna start off by just kind of explaining why we like video games or what we've been playing, or just a general opening for.
Yeah, definitely.
things,
And
so-
Anthony's going to move around a piece of paper next to a microphone.
I'm so sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Hey, this
Yeah.
is our, we're getting it going.
And this is a learning experience. It's
It is.
learning.
It'll be
So,
really nice.
Yeah. I like how we've got this going. We might have to figure out something for the seating.
Right. We're sort of sitting on a couch.
Imagine.
Here, let's describe visuals.
Yeah. Imagine, if you will.
We-
Paper in hand.
Paper in hand on a couch. It's not. We need like a date situation. We need to sit across the table from one another.
What are those called? A dating couch or lovers?
L couch, love seat.
Love seat. Yeah.
Love seat. We need a love seat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Or another person would be helpful.
Yes.
I tried getting someone else, but he didn't respond. So
So here we are.
here we are, just the two of us.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is Anthony again. What am I playing right now? Well, I recently had the craziest itch to where I wanted to play Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
Ooh.
So I've been starting that up. I'm actually a bigger fan of the PlayStation one, but I kind of wanted to re experience the mechanics of a kind of a simpler one, I guess you'd call
Yeah,
it.
it's definitely simpler.
Yeah, but
Because
like,
I can play it, and I.
well, the difference being just like turns were more like to cast a spell, it took a couple turns before you could actually cast it in the PlayStation one, and this one you don't have to. But like there are crazier things you can do in the Game Boy one than you can do in the PlayStation one. So
Right, like how the main character is just amazingly overpowered.
well, he's that way. That's
That's a Final Fantasy
yeah,
thing.
that
but
is
yeah,
a Final
yeah.
Fantasy thing. So, but yeah, then and then I was thinking, well, I was just kind of like on a Game Boy Advance kick, so I ordered that one, and then I also ordered Golden Sun 1 and 2.
Ooh.
So I kind
nice.
of want to save that for like a streaming thing, because I feel like I want to play through that whole thing online,
Right.
because Tactics is a little boring in my opinion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because early Tactics, wow, it's ugh. Like you get archers and soldiers. That's pretty much all
Right.
you can do. So, but the end game is way more interesting. So,
Mm-hmm.
anyways,
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've played the Tactics Advance, and I really liked it. I thoroughly enjoyed that game. Careful.
I'm just gonna hold this down here for now.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, I don't think I can stop myself from playing Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League I've enjoyed. I kind of stopped because obviously, I mean, I'll still play it, but like I'm not as like competitive at it as I could be with other games.
Right.
I'm choosing to do that with like
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter is one of them. I kind of, depending on my mood too, is really tough because that's a very like, obviously, in-depth game.
Right.
But then also, my friend gave me Overwatch, so they're kind of.
Oh
the two.
yeah.
But anyways, Rocket League.
So yeah, Rocket League obviously better with another person. It's
Yeah.
one of those games. So
I enjoy it way more with you anyway.
yeah,
So,
exactly. That's,
yeah.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah,
That
I know,
means a
right?
lot. That's really
Yeah, no, I enjoy it. I think you and I read each other pretty well. So.
yeah, and that's the part for me that makes it the most interesting. I mean, that for when I used to play League, it was only interesting because you'd play with people and you'd know their play style and you'd get to hear them swear when something bad happened. That's what made it fun.
You talking about me?
Yes, you definitely dropped some fuck bombs. And just
Yeah.
like, this guy's garbage, he doesn't know what he's doing. So,
A lot of people don't know what they're doing.
right.
I'm
that's
the
true.
only person that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, no, every time. I know. I've noticed that trend. And then I recently got Oxenfree,
Okay,
which
so I'm unfamiliar with this game. I don't think I've even seen. Maybe you showed me the trailer for it,
Mhm.
but please explain to me and listeners,
our audience. So Oxenfree is sort of a horror conversational thing.
And is this for PC only, or do you know if it's on any other platform?
Since I don't really have modern consoles,
Right.
I don't know if it's on other platforms. I'm actually playing it with a controller.
Okay.
So I would imagine that's
It might be on like a PlayStation.
yeah, it might be
platform.
like PlayStation platform or something like that. So there's a possibility, because I think it feels like the controls are built with that in mind, where they actually want you to use
Right.
a controller. It's pretty good. I've been enjoying it. I haven't beaten it yet. I've just been kind of playing it slowly. I'm not trying to.
So without
grind through it.
spoilers, give us a main mechanic of it, or what's like the main draw.
I guess for me, what I had been looking for is a game that wasn't necessarily violent, but still had interesting gameplay to it. So this sort of satisfies that. It's not necessarily something where, and probably the reason why I haven't beaten it is it's not a game where I feel inclined to, like grind.
Okay.
You're like, oh yeah, I
Is
just
it-
want to play into
Is it a grind, or what is it is it like creepypasta, or what is it necessarily?
It's kind of just like it's like Twilight Zone-y
Oh, okay.
type of it tries to be more psychological rather than like, oh, there's blood everywhere. it makes it so that your conversation is having an effect.
From what you're saying though, there could be blood everywhere, or is there no blood?
You said no spoilers.
But okay, I am getting this feeling though
Yeah.
from the game. So there are like creepy elements to it, but there
Yeah.
not like it's
Yeah.
not. That's not the theme of it. It's not like, oh, there's blood everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So it works in a lot of respects because it feels that the things that you're building toward kind of will change how the game is going. Possibly. Again, this is my first playthrough.
Right.
There's a mechanic that I don't know if it does anything, but if you say something certain to a character that maybe has some emotional breadth to it, where you're like, oh yeah, I really care about whatever, whatever,
so
whatever
you like
it might be.
a sting or something to that
Yeah,
character?
it could be something that you're saying against them or something
Okay.
about them, and then a little bubble will come up with your character's face on it.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, they're thinking of you. I don't know if it's thinking less or thinking more.
Oh, it doesn't really.
It doesn't
tell
explain it. Yeah.
Okay.
So again, I don't know if that mechanic's actually doing anything, if that's going to mean something.
Okay. And is this a set story, or is it
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like a
okay.
story. So
and multiple endings? I'm assuming.
maybe.
Okay.
I'm not sure. As far as what I've found, it works pretty well, but it seems like because your conversation choices will like slowly fade out if you don't choose anything.
Oh, okay.
So-
I gotcha.
But at the same time, there'll be other characters talking.
Oh.
So there are some moments where it'll give you something to say.
Mm-hmm.
You can choose one, and the bubble will stay up.
Yeah.
And then once the characters have finished saying whatever they're saying, then you'll say what you want to say,
Okay.
which is kind of like, oh, okay, that makes some sense.
But sometimes do you not want to say anything at all?
Sometimes, and you can
Right,
choose that. But
okay.
the other thing that kind of irks me a little bit about the game is that the bubbles. It kind of feels like I'm cutting the characters off because I kind of want to hear what they're going to say.
Exactly.
Because the characters are really interesting and pretty cool, and it slowly reveals these little things where you start to understand characters more. Maybe you don't like them, but it's like, oh, okay. At least it's one of those things where you start to get a feeling more of where people are coming from.
Cool.
But at the same time, it feels like, oh, I'm going to cut somebody off. I want to hear what they have to say, but I have to say something before these bubbles disappear. So it's I don't know. That's not necessarily something that I like about it.
That might be part of it, though. That
It
might be
could
part of
be.
the experience
You're
where
like,
you
have to
have to cut
you have
people
to
off.
cover. Yeah, there we go.
So,
You know me too well.
exactly. Anything else? Oh, I wanted. You were talking about kind of the. How much is that, by the way, on Steam? Do you know?
I believe I got it for $15.
And what's the name of it again?
Oxenfree.
Oxenfree. Okay.
All one word.
Okay. And do you know if did it come out this year or?
Yeah, I believe it's a game that came out this year.
Cool.
So-
Yeah. Also,
That's probably the most modern game I will talk about.
yeah.
And that's not even that new.
I actually kind of wanted to mention hype for Darkest Dungeon. That's a very good
Yes.
Steam game. It kind of got me thinking because I was thinking like, oh, you said it might be on a platform, and I was thinking, well, what's interesting is Darkest Dungeon was a very, like, how many years ago was the beta? Like 2 or 3 years
I was
ago.
going to say,
at least 3 years.
I think, maybe.
And it just came out last year, which I thought, I was like, wow, that actually, the game actually came out. But then also I was thinking it's weird because it has a PlayStation interface because it's on the Vita and on the PlayStation 4.
Okay.
But I also, great game. If you've ever thought about getting it or want to get it, I would say hands down one of the best.
One of the best
strategy RPGs, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But then also this year they're releasing an expansion for it. I haven't heard any pricing about it, so I'm thinking it is free, but that wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I don't think it would be too expensive, and I think it would be worth it anyway, just to support them more. I would like to see a different game out of
Red Hook
Studios, but I think
they did such a good job at crafting that game. It seems like, what do you do from there?
Yeah. What do you
oh my god! Like, you made this precious baby. I mean, it's not like The Witcher where you're like, hey,
Right.
that game was pretty cool, and then they made The Witcher 2, and then they made The Witcher 3, which blew people's minds.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, Darkest Dungeon. This is a really good game.
Yeah, it was a
What do you
Kickstarter
do?
game,
Yeah,
actually, which
yeah.
is really funny. But then also, I just wanted to say, the Crimson Court looks really good. If you're not familiar with any mechanics in Darkest Dungeon, it's a kind of a roguelike explorer with a team-based party system. And so you choose up to 4 different classes. There's about 15 classes at this point.
Yep.
They're thinking of adding more. I think they don't really. It's kind of a secretive game. They want you to figure stuff out by yourself. But what's interesting about the new part is there's going to be a new wandering boss in the Crimson Court, and a new status effect. And so the boss is like I'm not exactly sure what his name is, but he's a vampire hunter. He's a fanatic. That's what he is.
Okay.
And if you get the vampire curse while you're in the dungeon, he will aggressively pursue you.
Shit.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed when they added one of the other wandering bosses in the game, but now I'm really excited to see a new one, which will be cool.
Right.
Yeah. But that's what I'm excited for that.
I completely am with you. Here we go. Yeah. Let's see.
Anything else you're excited for this year in gaming? Anything coming up, or just in general?
Yeah, I've been paying a little bit of attention. I've been trying to keep my ear to the ground. I tend to find a game that I want to play and get immersed in it, and not care too much about the shiniest ones, and then find some gems. Pro or
any big blockbusters though.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if you don't have the ability, just
right. Breath of the Wild.
Oh, nice job knowing the title of it, I guess.
The Legends of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Half-Life 3.
I like how you said that though. The Legends of Zelda. I think they should call it that because
Legends.
It always says Legend of Zelda, and at this point, I think they should go for
We've been told a few stories at this point.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe they're saving it for a compilation.
Oh, girl.
Well, they had like the compilation on the GameCube. But anyways, let's talk more about the new game.
Right. So Breath of the Wild looks pretty interesting. I like that they're taking it a different direction.
And
I
in a
hope
different
it works.
direction, different direction, as in like, what do you mean by that?
It seems like the setup is going to be, again, it's from what I've heard, it's you can choose which dungeon you want to go to.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
I think you're able to get anywhere without, I think you're
item blockage or
right.
something.
I don't think there's like an item blockage, which is almost true in the first game.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and it seems like it is going to have an aspect of survival.
Yeah,
I
heard there's a crafting system, which
So again,
kind of,
I'm excited to see if it works.
But has Nintendo ever had a game where they had a crafting system? I don't think so. Like what? They've had like strategy games, but I don't think they've ever had like a actual open world crafting game.
Right. Did Paper Mario didn't have anything that was crafty?
Kind of, but not like
right.
Like I don't know. I think Paper Mario is kind of weird just because it's a very obviously two-dimensional, as saying Paper Mario, but like in terms of RPG mechanics, it is very two-dimensional because
I get what you're saying.
your character, your side character, you can only have one out at a time, and they don't. I remember from the 64 one, that might be different for the GameCube one, but the 64 one, in order to like level them up, you had to spend a secret, like you had to find a secret and then spend that secret item on one of your characters.
Rare candy.
Yeah, it was like a rare candy or something.
Yeah.
And they would get like one extra move, but you could only upgrade them twice. So it wasn't like
Okay.
it
wasn't super in depth. It was
Right.
kind of,
I mean, Mario was obviously just stacked. And
hey man, Final Fantasy main character fucking rocks.
yeah.
There we go.
Well, I mean, Mario stacked even in Super Mario RPG.
That's true.
He is just
Man, dude, that game
that game is fun.
has
It's probably better
the
than
best personality.
I would say it's better than the Paper Mario games. I was disappointed when I played. I was so into, like, that's what got me into RPGs. Like Super Mario RPG got me into RPGs, which is, it's kind of the entry point for kids. But like I was so excited to see Paper Mario, and after I beat it, I was kind of like, yeah, that's not.
It wasn't the same. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't have the same like breadth or depth and like, you know, gusto the other game had.
The same personality.
Yeah.
So yeah, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is one that I was excited for. I've been trying to watch a couple of trailers and see.
It's a very like dramatic trailer.
Yeah. It definitely is. I don't know. I think that I'm kind of excited to see how the Nintendo Switch takes off. I guess that's what.
Yeah, we could go right into that. I'm kind of interested in talking about that, but like, this was one of the topics I had written down for the Nintendo Switch, so we'll just progress from.
Let's go right into it.
You want to go right into it? You want to just skip over Zelda? Because we might. I kind of want to say one more thing about Zelda.
Yeah, please. I just don't have much to say about. I guess I could talk about it as a franchise, but I don't have much to say about Breath of the Wild. But that's a whole discussion.
The only other thing that
yeah.
I mean, the only other thing that I saw from the trailer is that the Deku Tree speaks to Link, and he says something like, "Oh, I remember you," or "I remember." What's so weird is the like the incarnations of Link get so like screwed up throughout each one, because like in Wind Waker, you don't know if that's like his because you're being trained by like that skull soldier who's like, "Oh, that was Link. That was Link at one point."
Yeah.
But you don't know if this is actually just another. Oh no.
This.
See, now I'm getting confused on myself on what game, because that was Twilight Princess.
Yeah. That was Twilight Princess.
But then in Wind Waker, he's actually just a new person.
Right.
So, but then this one is kind of alluding to the fact that this is actually the hero coming back from like Ocarina's phase and then like redoing all of that.
Right.
Which is really weird. So I don't know. Anyways, it's very very confusing Japanese story. So
yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Got to get practice on opening my lungs. Let's just take a breath for that.
Take a deep breath.
Yeah, take a deep breath. So I'm getting excited for this too, but
so the Nintendo Switch.
I saw a new trailer for it just yesterday when I was prepping for this. And what's funny is it starts exactly how I said it should for the first one. That when it first revealed it, I think it was funny that it didn't show it for what it should be, because you know, if I think a lot of us know why we get a Game Boy or a DS or whatever,
right,
is we play it on the toilet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's honestly like, and then I mean, that was a big deal for like the Wii U. People would be like, "Oh, you could take the game and play it somewhere else." Like, I'm sure you can take it too far from like the hub or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna take it and play it on the toilet."
Poop freedom.
Yeah, poop freedom. That's actually a good deal. You know what's so funny about this Nintendo Switch ad? You haven't seen it?
No.
It starts with some dude taking a shit on the toilet.
Dude, they heard you. They're like,
I know.
Wait, we've heard a genius idea from this kid.
Yeah, a 28-year-old kid here. No, but it was so funny because it wasn't just an ad for the Switch. It was more for a game for the Switch. It was for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And now I
haven't even heard of anything or seen a trailer of that.
Well, I haven't played Mario Kart since like Double Dash, which
I played a little bit of 8.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
How was it?
It's Mario Kart. I mean, it's the battle is really bad,
Right.
because you're on a course rather than like a dedicated battle stage.
Mhm.
And then it's Mario Kart.
Okay,
I
so
guess.
Mario Kart. So all the racing, no battles. But
Yes.
I think so. That's what I wanted to confirm though. So Mario Kart 8 is actually for the Wii U.
Yes.
Okay, so this is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is, I'm assuming, exclusive to the Switch.
I would
assume.
imagine
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
And
So do you think it's just a remake of 8 for the Switch, or what?
I think it actually is going to include a battle mode.
Thank
But
goodness.
the announcement wasn't even the battle mode, really. The big announcement for it was 8-player local co-op. And you know what kind of pissed me off about that announcement?
Can you have more than one controller for the Switch?
Yeah, you can. You can like split. You can have like a pro controller, and you can or you can split like the Switch like
Joy-Con.
Joy-Con.
That-
Good job.
Dude, I was on that. I was like, the best part was when we started to talk about the Switch. I was like, "What the hell are those little things called?" And then right when you started to talk about that, I just went, "Joy-Con." I know exactly.
I would not have remembered that.
Dude, I was on it. My brain got me on that one.
I think probably I didn't want to remember it because I thought it was so stupid how they look. And someone else was talking. I think someone from Easy Allies was talking about how when he was playing it, one of the controller sides, like the controller analog, was like right above the B button or something. So it's like you might just hit the B button when you're turning right or something.
Oh,
so I was
weird.
like, But anyways, I was like, oh, how are they going to get 8 players local co-op on like a TV or something?
Right.
Okay,
Do you each need those individual screens?
each one of you needs a Nintendo Switch for 8-player local co-op.
I wish everybody could have seen the look on your face when you.
You know what
looked at
pissed me off so much about it too is it showed a bunch of college kids in like a
Urban.
and no, like a college kids in a classroom, like a huge classroom, and they were like, all these other kids are like looking like they're studying, doing tests, but like, there's like 8 of them, all have their own Nintendo Switch. They're like, yeah.
My God. Well, I mean, I guess that's.
I guess it does.
You know what the best part about that is?
What?
All 8 of them could like poop and do that at the same time.
They're all You go.
You could play in a stall.
Dude, you could play in
each-
stalls. Yeah,
Dude,
that
there we
is
go.
actually pretty sweet.
Switch hub station. You know, it's
Yeah,
like,
you could and they
Also
put
known as
the
a
boys and
bathroom.
girls restrooms right next to right next to each other. But you know, it's funny because I was thinking they could probably do it with like 3 separate screens or 2 players for each screen or something.
Right.
It doesn't seem like that far of a stretch to be like, oh yeah, why can't you just have like 4 players on one TV?
That's so weird.
Yeah, they were all on the tablet or whatever. I don't know
Yeah.
what you call them. But
The Joy-Con holder.
it is. I don't know how many people are going to use it for the actual handheld part.
For me, it just seems weird to have something that I'm playing and to have my hands, I don't know, like right next to it. Because the DS kind of made sense.
Right.
Because I like that the screen is a little bit above my hands.
Right.
But it's going to feel like you're wrestling a small television
And
to do what you want.
That was very similar with the PSP because I did have a PSP.
Yeah, you had the PSP.
And I did kind of feel like there was this weird, like you are kind of like.
Because I almost always want my hands a little bit below where I'm looking. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because normally you'll have a controller, so that's a pretty natural thing to do. But to go and have your hands where you're looking, I don't know. It just seems
Yeah,
weird
it's
to me.
not as
ergonomic.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say
Joy-Con.
that word. Yeah, jergonomic. Yeah. So.
Would you get a major in jerkonomics?
Yeah. Anything else from Nintendo Switch? I guess Mario excites me for that.
Excuse me.
Mario excites me.
That's what you're into.
Yeah. I mean, Odyssey looks great. So
It does. It looks pretty cool.
Not much else I can say about it at this point.
Except that Mario has different dimensions from every other
Yeah.
human being in the game. That's interesting.
That is a valid point. I don't know how they'll address that in the actual game. I wonder if, and Bowser's there too. So it's like, where did these freaks come from?
Right.
But then, I guess I'm excited for the Shin Megami Tensei game, and I mean,
Hell yeah.
a lot of people are, but during the Nintendo announcement, they did say Atlas made that specific trailer just for that show, so it doesn't mean anything at this point.
Right.
But it does make like some sort of promise. Oh, we'll put a spin-off title maybe on it.
Well,
They did put number 4 on the 3DS, so
yes, they did.
which upset a lot of people. But
Wait, they're making another Red Dead Redemption.
that would be great.
Dude,
Do you
yeah.
think that'll be for the Wii? Or I'm saying it like
The Wii Switch.
The Wii Switch, yeah.
Oh, that's more of a bedroom thing.
bedroom.
Which one do you have? Do you have the Wii or the Wii U? I have the Wii Switch.
Wii Switch.
I don't want to know about your private life.
It's like that shirt I have. It says Wii Play.
Yeah.
It's just the
Wii Switch.
Wii Switch. Yeah.
Oh, that'd
That would
be
be a
such
good shirt. Yeah.
All right, you heard it from us first. If you see somebody wearing that shirt, you can sue them on our behalf. Mail the money to us.
Make sure we take out like a copyright on
Yeah.
the
yeah,
Nintendo Wii stuff.
Right.
Like those two
Like
words.
that, we're not going to get in any trouble for that. Yeah, cool. That's great. Yeah, and I don't know anything about the new Red Dead Redemption. So
Red Dead Redemption 2.
really,
Which is funny because the first Red Dead game had nothing to do with Red Dead Redemption.
yeah.
The PlayStation 2 one. There's a PlayStation 2 one which was more arcadey.
Yes.
And then Rockstar acquired it, I think. Or maybe I might be wrong with this. So don't.
I'm going to be no help.
Right, but I am aware that like something happened with like the studio or something, and then Rockstar got it, and then they made Red Dead Redemption.
Okay, yeah.
And that game, and now this is my theory on it because I did play that one, but it has like a posse, like kind of a bunch of outlaws like on a lineup. I think it's actually John Marston. I don't know how to say his last name, but it's the main character from Red Dead Redemption's gang, because at the very beginning you're talking about how you used to do all this bad stuff. And so I'm thinking it's probably you're going to play as him again, because a lot of people are, spoilers alert.
Spoilers alert.
He dies at the end of it, and you play as the son who's a fucking pansy. I don't know. It's just like you play as this game as this total badass, and then when your main character dies, it's like, 10 years later, look at me, I'm the son. Now you can do the rest of the game as him. And I'm like, no, I shouldn't have played the fucking game. I shouldn't have like finished the game. It's that's how. I don't know. A lot of people had that same thing. Though.
Reaction.
Yeah.
A new Mass Effect game is coming
really?
out. Yeah.
Mass Effect?
It's following a different crew.
Is it during the same storyline, or is it
Don't
after?
know.
I never played any of the Mass Effect games, but
I played the first one.
Is it good?
I enjoyed it. I played a little bit of the second one. I think I have it. I don't know. I didn't play very much of it.
What did you play it for? The PC?
Yes.
Was it? Are all 3 on the PC?
I believe so. Yeah.
And it's Ubisoft, or who made that? EA?
I think.
It's a tough one because like
Ubisoft. BioWare made it.
Oh, BioWare. That's right.
Oh, dude, what's happening to me? I've got all.
Well,
the
you
knowledge.
played the game. I didn't play the game.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Good point.
Yeah. But what do you think? Do you think that'll be a hit, or do you think people kind of like
have gotten a bad taste in their mouth from 3? Because there was a bunch of drama.
Yeah, I guess there was, but I'm just saying. Do you think the popularity has kind of
weaned off?
Do you think it's enough to like bring back the fans for another game, or do you think it's been too long?
I think it's kind of seen its time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't too popular for like the like the facial things too, I heard weren't like the best, or like the the translation between what you wanted to say and what the character said wasn't the best either.
Right.
Like it didn't have like
Well,
how
see,
he said it.
Here's
or
the thing that, and going like way back to Oxenfree,
Mhm.
that's sort of the thing with conversation-based games.
Yeah, you never
is-
know how they.
Well, it's totally even if it's like if the bubble says let's do that, and you click that one, your character could go, that sounds like a really great idea. I want to go
Or he
do
goes-
that thing that you're talking about.
Or he says like something sarcastically, like, "Yeah, we could
Let's
do
go
that."
do that.
Yeah,
And
you're
you
like,
go, wait a second, that's not
Well, I
what
didn't want to be an asshole about this.
Right. But at the same time, sometimes it won't give you options of what, like the parts in Oxenfree that I really liked was parts that I could tell the conversation that I'm having, I'm leading up to a decision that's being made.
Uh-huh.
But if that's
Right.
not the case, then I just feel like I'm filling in space with, oh, here's a little thing that I said that's slightly different from the other options.
And was that a
Mer.
thing in Mass Effect?
Kind of. I mean, it kind of relates to Mass Effect in that sense where they had a pretty cool mechanic where if you improved a certain thing enough, you could say other options that you wouldn't have access to.
okay.
So let's say that you were like really charismatic, then you could say these things that normally you couldn't get away with.
Yeah. That's like also in Persona, and that game was way before Mass Effect.
Right. Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
And then also,
Dude, that game is so good.
but like, oh yeah, I should clarify. Persona 3 and 4, the other twos aren't, or the other two aren't like
Yeah.
that. But I mean, conversational games are so weird. But then also another thing you don't get in Persona is the voice acting.
Mm-hmm.
You do get voice acting, but not for your lines.
Right.
And then also your lines are usually very like the tonal. It's written out very clearly as like
Right.
what you're going to say to them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's an example of how you do it.
yeah, that
I
is
guess playing Oxenfree after having played Persona 4 is just kind of like, yeah, it's good, and I like what they're trying to do, but yeah, now that you kind of put it in that context, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry for
it's fine.
staining that. Is there any other game? I guess we could go on to Persona 5.
I don't know that much about it.
A lot of on my news feed. I mean, I'm trying to do a media blackout on it, but they're doing all this cool shit for like DLC downloads. You can do like for your characters, you can have like some of the personas from like Persona 3 for the main characters, or the Persona, or like the costumes from Persona 4 for the main characters.
Teddy.
Yeah, actually, you can
you
for
shitting
your
me?
cat character or whatever. You can have like a
Yeah.
Teddy outfit for.
Oh, that's.
I don't
so
know if the
cool.
cat is a male or female. So,
Mhm.
but then also they had one for Raiho Kazuna, which is the Shin Megami Tensei spinoff where you're in like 1920s Japan,
What?
and like you're a devil summoner with like a samurai sword and gun.
What? Yeah.
It's like the most bizarre one. It's so difficult because you have to memorize locations in Japanese. Like
Right.
it's not like English names, they're all Japanese names. So like if you need to go to a location, you need to remember it and then get on the trolley and like pay to go to that location. And if you mess up, you actually have to get money and figure out how to get back. I was like, what the hell is this game? But
too real. Yeah.
yeah, it's a little steep learning curve, I think.
If you want to talk about Persona or something for another extra few moments,
Okay.
I'm gonna check to make sure we're still recording,
Oh, okay.
just to be on the safe
Yeah,
side.
that
Not
would
that I
be
think
good.
it's not,
Okay.
but so this
I'll
is
keep-
part of the
I'll keep
learning
talking.
process.
Yeah, this is. So Persona 5. I wanted to, I guess the only other thing about it is it's only on the PlayStation 4. So that is kind of a downside, but not really. It's never really been like a turn off for me personally, but like it's just kind of that buy-in that I have to get into. So everything okay?
Oh, we're good.
Good. But
Get situated here again. Oh, perfect.
yeah, it's just a game I'm excited for. And then also another God of War game's coming out this year, I think.
Oh yeah, the The one where you're an old bloke.
Yeah, you're the dad.
Dude.
But he was a
Have
dad
you seen-
already.
Yeah, but have you seen the trailer for it?
Or the gameplay. I don't
Yeah.
think it looks that good.
Dude, it's hilarious.
It is.
Because there's that part where he's got the troll on the ground. Brr, shoot it, son, shoot it. And the kid's like, Murr, and he shoots him with the arrow.
I
And
thought
you're
it
like,
was a elk or something. It's not a troll. It's a.
They find a big old ass troll.
Oh really?
yeah.
I thought it was just like some forest animal.
Yeah. No, you like start out as that, then
Oh,
somehow
okay.
you startle, and then there's a troll, and you fight the troll,
Oh, okay.
and then you get your son has the bow.
Mm-hmm.
And God of War man wrestles the troll to the ground. It's holding him down, and he's like, "Son, shoot him with the bow and arrow." And his son's being a little. He's
Yeah.
like, and something happens, and they move, and then the son lets go, and it shoots God of War Kratos in the shoulder,
And he's just like,
"Ah, this sucks," and he like kills the troll.
I think-
it's so funny. Like, why would they put that in their trailer? Like, why
I think okay, so for backstory, God of War, Kratos, he like sacrificed power, or he signed a contract with Ares, or who's the God of War? The Greek God of War.
I used to know.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, he like chose to like accept the blades of chaos, and then the God of War is like, hey, you need to go kill everybody in this village, and for some reason didn't recognize it was his own village, and then killed his own wife and kid, and then now he's like, and then that's why he's like white and red, because it's the ashes of his wife and kid on him
just on him all the time.
all the time to remind him that he did that.
I mean, he must smell terrible.
I agree. I mean, and then he like bangs every woman he can in each game too. So then
He must smell great.
Yeah.
like
right. And then but anyways, so I think it's just setting up for him to like either have his kid be kidnapped or to have his kid die, and have to be like, oh, and I've heard rumors.
maybe he's running out of ashes. Let's be real here.
I think also it's rumored to be Norse mythology.
Yeah.
So different flavor.
Ooh.
He might fight Odin instead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then is it like? I mean, that gets a little weird with
I think he might
consistency.
fight. Yeah, it does get. I mean, already it's weird.
I mean, if we thought the Zelda universe was confusing and some of the bullshit that it
Tries to pull.
tricks around, and now it's like, hey, new mythology.
well,
What?
it is world mythology, which is interesting. But I think the
Right.
main draw to it is that you can like have battles in Valhalla or whatever,
Yeah.
or you could have. I'm not really familiar with all the Norse mythology, but you can.
The only Norse mythology I know,
Ragnarok?
Ragnarok. The
And
only
then-
Norse mythology I know is from playing Age of Mythology, and from that movie we watched, The Last King.
Oh, there was mythology in that.
Well, they were like, they mentioned it like twice. They were like something Valhalla. And that was,
you all forever live in Valhalla.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah,
that
I mean,
added that much to my.
I mean, what's there's a wolf that they have to fight in Ragnarok or something. The world ends
Ooh.
with the wolf, and I think that will probably have him like go up there or he might die, and then like he'll like a Valkyrie will bring him up there to like.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, it would be cool to see them explore another mythos and have him
I hope
murder everyone.
everybody. Yeah, I think also I hope it doesn't stay like that over the shoulder kind of perspective, because I think what was so great about the God of War series, or at least the first two, I didn't really care for any of the other ones, but I think 2 was their high point. But anyways, I hope they have a more open camera, because if it's a third person view,
If it's
like
too close.
yeah, you're gonna have. I mean, you could do like a survival horror thing, like Resident Evil style, but I don't see that with the God of War genre
Right.
working.
Yeah.
So I think it's just for that opening sequence.
Ooh. The new Hideo Kojima game,
Oh,
the one with the baby, because the guy's got the baby.
well, I mean,
and then there's the black stuff.
oh,
all
I saw
over
the trailer
place.
for. I saw the trailer for it. It's Guillermo del Toro is actually in the trailer.
Yes.
Isn't that fucking weird?
That is really, really cool.
I was like, I was like looking at it and I was like, who is this guy like holding this weird baby? And then I was like, that's Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
I was like, where's Hideo Kojima? And then like my friend said, where's Hideo Kojima? And I joked, oh, maybe it's the baby.
Dude, that would be awesome. That would be so funny.
Oh, and then there's that other actor that was just in Rogue
it's
One.
like Larson. His last name's Larson. Like
he's got the crazy eye.
Mads Larson, or is that the name of a band? I don't know.
Yeah, but no, he was just in that Rogue One Star Wars movie as the dad or whatever.
As the Faja. Yeah. Yeah, so that one also, because you started to talk about horror aspects. So I was just thinking, is any good horror game coming out? Click that one.
Yeah,
you know?
Guillermo del Toro obviously is going to do wonders with it. And, I mean, it's already going to be a mind fuck with Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, I mean, those two are dangerous together, as far as I can tell.
One of them's dangerous by themselves. Either one is up for debate.
And now they're just like, yeah. So that one's gonna be cool.
I forget the name of it. Too bad.
Me too.
Fans will know.
Baby game.
We will know immediately in the comments.
Baby Hideo game.
Yeah. The whole twist is Hideo Kojima is the baby.
Yeah. There we go.
You heard it from
Spoilers.
us.
Spoiler warning.
I guess here's a random one, and this is funny because I was Guillermo del Toro. This leads into my next topic.
Dude, we're flowing now.
Movies. Speaking of movies, I looked up just news and video games yesterday, and I heard this one, which was like so surprising for me because I hadn't heard anything about this from anyone else. Maybe it was just announced like yesterday. Francis Ford Coppola wants to make Apocalypse Now into a video game.
What? No
There's
way.
a Kickstarter, and last I checked, there's $122,000 out of the $900,000 they need to make the game.
Wow.
I was like, what? It's so weird because I don't know if they actually got Francis Ford Coppola to talk about it at all, but like they have a like a quote from him from like a documentary, I think. But like it's not like I watched the first like 2 or 3 minutes of the a Kickstarter video, and I was like, I have no idea what to think of this. So, any thoughts?
Oh man, I don't even know. I just first I have to process that.
Yeah,
this is
it's a very.
That's so weird.
It is. I guess they don't want to make it like a shooter because it takes place in Vietnam,
right?
But also the thing is they want the mechanics to be like they were talking about. They wanted apparently while filming the movie, people were going crazy because of like obviously the shit that was done during that. But they wanted it to be more like experience. Or how do you say that? Like more of an experience than an actual like run and gun.
Yeah.
So they wanted it to be
immersive,
like,
maybe.
Immersive, yeah. So they wanted people to feel that, to feel like they were fucking crazy. And I was like, I don't want to play that.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah,
so that was pretty much it for that. That's all the topics I have.
I feel like that's good.
Okay. Well, is there anything we can end on?
Like closing statements? Let's talk about the channel just a little bit. Because I think just a closing about where we're going,
where we're headed. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
I'll say some thoughts, or do you want to say some thoughts?
No, go ahead.
The last one. Okay. So I personally feel like I might start doing some solo streaming pretty soon.
Yeah.
I don't know. They'll probably be in.
You want to borrow a microphone?
If time allows, it'll probably be in maybe a month or two.
Cool.
Just to have like content, but other than that, my biggest hurdle is trying to figure out how to do a sound or like a studio room or something. So I think that's my biggest
thing. That makes sense. And then I guess for us, it's more of getting used to things and slowly getting them better over time. Because obviously, I haven't done anything like this before, and
Right.
neither of you really.
Not really.
So
yeah.
it's going to be really cool to go along and make some mistakes
We
together.
need-
And
We need some good Photoshop skills. I don't have. I did have some, but like it's just something that I need to get more fluid
right.
with. Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I think it's going to be a little bit of a getting into it type of start.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we start doing more and more, then we'll get better at it, and it'll be
Yeah. Is there anything like I'm guessing like once we have everything like good to go, running, gunning, and everything, like what do you think we should like celebrate the first like real good quality video or game that we do with? Like what's the first let's play we should do?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. We'll have to think about that.
Just any off the top of your head that you'd like, or I mean, this isn't a promise either, but we could.
Right. Damn. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't necessarily have any ideas.
Me neither. I guess that.
It'll make it
Is
all
that-
the sweeter when it comes.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll figure it
I
out.
guess we have bigger things on our mind than
Yeah.
that. So,
So
but we will continue to try to do some Galaxy 2.
yes.
Galaxy 2 is fun. Although we are still working through the kinks with that.
Yes, and then the Cabela's game. Allie's gonna let us borrow the Cabela's game.
What?
Ooh, I
What?
got a little treat for you.
Yeah. What is this?
Mm-mm.
Cabela's.
Oh no spoilers.
All right.
She's even gonna let us borrow the little things that you put the Wiimote into, the little gun holders.
You mean the Lynx crossbow training thing?
No, it's its own thing, man. It's
Really?
yeah.
Is there actually a game that used that other than Lynx crossbow training?
Yeah, Cabela's, the Cabela's video game. I think there's more than one. I don't know which one this is, dude. It's
Okay.
It's sick.
Okay. I'll look forward.
Maybe
to
that'll be the game that we'll celebrate.
Jeez. What a hit.
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So cool.
Okay.
That was a good first run.
Yeah,
I think.
we sorry for not having a name for this yet, but we're still in the early stages.
Yeah,
But
we're still figuring it out, and
thank you for joining us. Join us next time.
have a wonderful day
Evening,
or
afternoon,
life.
or morning. Have a wonderful life.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
But, yeah, you should you should join us on the next one though. if
Yeah,
you do.
sounds perfect.
Thank you so much.
Bye.